And for na election bar, a month be brave, election month sem dorsum. Na and na one say election in Nigeria easy so easy na printed the ballot papers. No making sure say Bibia Beko ye so Senabea will be a better mass two main parties. We have other parties which is 8 or 12 or so bad. The main two parties are MPP MDC in one na say ballot printing on the other activities no. So where we are where the main target is concerned to one thing. I have from the border region. We say we are I say we have serial numbers papers in national. Let me say what we have from the border then na auditors for by or check it when we say problems for na eno when an NDC agent one day walk fire what the bar out or better say easy per se or some ballot papers na or the fever NPP na one they are walk of by any day wrong data their serial numbers in and on NDC for agents for a day coin and easy to out no what I said David and sign as a native when we think some happen between the agent and the easy.
Our own internal auditors who went around and I was tweeting them. I personally was this printing out on Sunday together with the deputy chairman for operations. So the electoral commission took it upon itself based on the feedback we were getting from our officers on the ground. We didn't hear of any complaint formally or informally from the NDC. It was the decision of the EC that after the printing house has assured the electoral commission that they will be able to provide all the serial numbers appropriately, and our team informed them that still there were gaps, and we took the decision that to ensure ballot integrity, it will be appropriate for us to give it a voter region to us commercials and Ahafo to Book Press, two of our distinguished printers. So if I think it's Dr. Tanko. If Dr. Tanko says that they were the ones who alerted EC before the EC acted, there is no evidence supporting that.
How did the EC get to know about it? How did the EC get to know about this?
No, we have in all the printing houses. Sir, we have our men who are permanently positioned to work there. Apart from our men who are also working there, about 8 of them, we also have our auditors, our security personnel, and senior officials from the head office who go there regularly. And I mentioned to you, I was personally there last week on Sunday, the first day of this week. So our team informed us that although they thought that the printing house could be able to survey the situation, still there were gaps. And because there were gaps, the commission took the decision that to ensure the integrity of the ballot, we would be better off giving the voter region to us commercials and Ahafo to the Book Press Limited.
So the problem is solved, or you are in the process of resolving it?
Oh, the problem has been resolved, and we believe that these two printers should be. Ahafo is 6 constituencies, voter region is 18 constituencies. So for both the parliamentary and presidential, you are looking at 12 constituencies for Ahafo, 36 constituencies for voter region. And we believe with the track record of this printing house, later by Monday, printing should have completed, then the checking will go on. So we believe we are still on track. We are within.
What are the reasons? What are the reasons you have been given by the printer for this error, which would have led to, as it were, disenfranchisement of many voters in the voter and Ahafo regions?
No, initially I think I was making that point, but the line went off. They had a problem with the automatic generation of the serial numbers. So they were doing a manual process, and the printer has explained to us, and we've also made them aware that we wanted to ensure that all regions get the required ballot as well as the serial numbers. So we have to move on. And this is something we will continue to engage them in the future.
As far as you are concerned, having analyzed the process so far, this was a genuine mistake. It was a harmless situation, correct?
Oh yes, very, very genuine. And you know, the ballots are checked by our people. I know the NDC has 2 agents over there, the MPP, all of them, but we have about 8 agents. In addition to that, we have additional officers who go there regularly. And our job is to make sure that the ballots going to each week, they are the right ones as well as the right serial numbers. And this is something the commission will promote the integrity of the ballots at all the polling of our.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Kindly hold on for me. Dr. Rashid Tanko, with the exception of these that we have mentioned, everything is all right, correct?
Yes, Samson, everything is all right, except the closed polling stations, which the Electoral Commission, as of now, has still not given us the names of those polling stations that have closed. Their last statement indicated they've closed certain polling stations and migrated about 884 voters to different polling stations. Yet they have not indicated to us those polling stations where they closed them and where they have migrated those votes to. So we are still insist that the EC need to come to it. They should let us know which polling station they have closed. And so that we all amend our records.
What is the mischief? What is the mischief to be corrected in that?
The mischief is that we have a number of polling stations that we are dealing with, and we know where all of them are located. Currently, they told us they have about 40,975 polling stations that we are dealing with. Then, just the last but one IPAC meeting, they indicated they have closed about some polling station, number of polling stations, which resulted to about 884 votes, which has been moved to different areas. And the reason they were given is that certain communities said they don't want those polling stations, or they were having problem with numbers. That's why they closed them. So we're asking, which are the polling stations? Where are they? Which of them, among the 40,000 plus that you have to, which of them have you collapsed? That is what we are just asking. They should come clean with it.
Thank you. Evans, do you?
Yeah, I can confirm that she's on the ballot. And I need to place it on record that the commission said because of the injunction against her, we cannot have her on the ballot.
That's correct.
Once the injunction was removed, the road was paid for her to be on the ballot.
Right. Akuadonko's situation. What if in the end she wins the election? What will you do?
Now we know we have 12 candidates. So any vote for Madame Akuadonko will be annulled. So it's not possible she can win.
Are you going to cross her image out as was suggested, or you are leaving it that way?
No, based on the discussions we've had with the parties, we are going to leave it that way.
So there will be some voters who may vote for her.
And those votes will be rejected. They will not be counted. So our job as Electoral Commission is to educate the public, the media, educate the public to let them know that although Madame Akuadonko's name appears on the ballot, she is not one of the candidates. So we shouldn't be voting for her. So I remember yesterday at a program, I said that if you love Madame Akuadonko, this is not the time to show the love by voting for her. There are 12 other candidates who are vying for the presidency. Identify one of them and vote for that person. Right.
So now we are ready for a takeoff without any problems by the 1st for the special voting and 7th for the main voting as well. So yes, hold on. They decided that the court doesn't have power to determine the case, but it should go to high court. They didn't go into the substance of the matter itself. Let's begin this way, not from the top, but from the substance. They made a permutation. Justice Asaridako, who wrote the lead judgment, made a permutation at the end to give us what it means for an MP to lose their seat. And he said, I read that again. It says, in the end, we reiterate that on a true and proper interpretation, Article 97(1)(g) only requires that an MP must vacate their seat if, so note the incident, if they leave the party under which they were elected to join another party or become independent and seek to remain in parliament under their new political status. If you are an independent MP, then Article 97(1)(h) requires that you vacate your seat if you join a political party in Parliament and you seek to remain in Parliament under your new political status. He didn't end there, and he said, a purposive interpretation of Article 97(1)(g) and (h) of the Constitution confirms that their focus, as in the framers of the Constitution, their focus is on safeguarding the electoral mandate during the current parliamentary term and not on restricting MPs' political activities in the next electoral cycle. Historical examples, contextual interpretation, and the inclusion of Article 97(2) all point to the same conclusion. MPs' current parliamentary affiliation remains intact until they actively change their political allegiance during their term, not when they express future political intentions. Yep.
Samson, good morning to you. Good morning to your distinguished panelists so assembled this morning. Let me say that I agree in its entirety the decision of the majority on this subject matter. You recall that I was on your studio some few weeks to express similar position.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. That on